Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the stream. Where, yes, I intentionally have the music still going because... I mean, what are you gonna have me do? Just sit in silence? Building this? No, not gonna happen. But welcome. Also, hello who I've seen in chat. Hello, Madam Poodle. Hello, Nubcake. And hello, Taryn. Welcome back. Also, thank you for that follow, Nubcake. I really appreciate it. But we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the business today. Hello, Madam Poodle. This is the setup that we have going on. We got a nice... Also, I forgot to turn on my light. Silly me. There you go. Now you can see my face a little bit better. Kind of washed out. I might be able to go ahead and just quickly fix that. Yep, white balance was set to auto, of course. There we go. That's better. Welcome. And today we're building this bad boy. There we go. Now my finger's pointing to it. But he's also right here, or right here. Oh. So, I've been a very big Lego Ninjago fan for a while, so when I saw this, I just had to have it. Also though, one question. So, I know that I've got this mic. How does it sound over here compared to this though? Don't have... Where the heck did my... Oh, did I remove... I removed the wrong thing. I didn't need to remove that. I didn't remove that. That would be why that isn't working the way I thought it was. Okay. So here's what it's like if I'm over here. Obviously, then the audio quality isn't going to change. So would you rather me keep using the aux mic or just use this? Because either is fine. Either is fine with me. I just want to know what's going to be best for your quality. Because here's what it sounds like as I get further away and all that. What's the verdict? Also, hello, Taryn. Good to see you. Do we have a verdict? Also, is the music too loud? Because that's something I'm a little concerned about. Or are we going to be good to go? Hey! It's all good. It's all good. Thanks for the sub, Nubcake. Really appreciate it. Okay, where was... I wanted to remove this. Okay, anyways, so I think we'll just stick with this because then it's going to be the best quality we can get. But we're going to go ahead and just start building this. Can't hear me? As in, you can't hear me, or I can't hear you? Because no, I cannot hear you, which is a good thing. This isn't terribly visible on stream, is it? There, I'm just very well. Let's see you smash the box open. Let's maybe not see me do that, Nub. Let's maybe not. So we're gonna go ahead though and open this bad boy up. Oh, a clever design there. This little boy. That's disposable. Now let's see what our contents are. Legos. Legos. And do I spy more Legos? That is a very large instruction book. This is a big boy. Wow. Oh, we've got some stickers in there too. Okay, let me position the mic here. Maybe this will work better. Also, am I kind of still in frame? Hopefully. How big is this? This is like normally whenever there's a big Lego set, you're gonna have like multiple books. This is just, look at how thick that is. Is this a new Lego Ninjago set or older? See, this is the interesting thing. So let me take that there. So this is part of the Legacy collection. So it's from season 1. It's a novel. Yeah. So basically it's basically from the original, but it's also not. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I keep looking at that camera like you're gonna be able to see me there. But yes, stick this. I have anywhere I can stick this that you guys can see it well. Not like you're needing to see it, but it'd be funny if I could just be like, nope, that's what we're going for. Anyways, so we got stickers, we got 8. There are 8 different parts to this that you go in. Holy hell. Wow. Well then. Let's organize these. Here's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang. I'll do that for the time being. Hope it works well enough. But let's see where we're going. Obviously, you're gonna want to only open them in part. Oh, hey, look, you can do the exact same thing. How you like those wireless Void Pros? Oh, these are the best. Things are so nice. Like the fact that, I mean, normally I'd probably have to stop about here. I can go wherever I want in these things. I use the weird ones. What do you mean when you say the weird ones? Now you're making me feel uncomfortable, Nub. I keep looking at that camera. I just keep doing it. Oh, wired. Yep, I can't read. Cool. We've learned something new today. I am incapable of distinguishing weird from wired. Yeah, because I mostly got these because I was looking for some headphones for VR, and I was figuring, okay, I'll still use my other ones. And then I go and I'm like, yeah, no, these are so much better. Okay. Oh, how long the battery lasts? I have not had the battery die on me yet. I've not even had to have it warning. Because, I mean, basically just every night I go and plug it in. Okay. So here I see that we have a Woo and a Lloyd by the looks of it. There we are. Also, these people is that part of the Green Ninja. And we're going to give him his... We could give him his angry face. We could give him his happy face. And we're going to go happy because We love to be happy. Or maybe we'll go angry because he just looks confused now. Let me show it here. Come on. Focus, dang it. He just looks kind of confused. Yeah, I think that looks a wee bit better. Looks more like a determined ninja than a confused little boy. That's where Wu's face is. Okay. Anyways, oh no, I'm not doing it perfectly in order. It's Legos. Oh, it also has kite. Oh, wow. Oh, that's what I'm saying. So the first one is a part. So basically, we got 2 characters, then 2 characters. Why don't they just put all the characters first? I guess it's because they wanted that to look nice there. But so basically, the T set area, then the side area, the other side area, then roofing, more roofing, and then the front, then more of the front, and then everything connects. Okay. Oh my, I could never figure out how to build a character. Also, this is going to be one of my best friends. I should probably also put the knife away when I'm not using it, you know, like a smart person. We got Mr. Staffy Boy. And then we got Mr. Swordy Boy. Oh no, these ones don't have... Well, I say, oh no. It's more of a, aw man. Some of the older Ninjago sets had little holsters on the back for the weapons. Also, I love how almost always you get multiple of these swords. So basically you just always have the characters dual wield because there's no point in them not dual wielding if they can. And then we're just gonna sit these guys somewhere. We'll just... Sure. Probably get Wu's head though. What else with that? Let's try to have a little bit of organization here because heaven knows Legos get really unorganized if you don't have them organized. Come on. Puncture the bag and make sure we don't puncture me. Dadgummit. This is not cooperating. I'm like trying to put a good hole in it. There we go. We'll stick these bits over here. My tiny, tiny bits. Things flying all over the place. That's good. And then my smaller my larger tiny bits, I should say. I'll stick over here. Obviously, we've got my big bits over here. So, now we need to get his beard. Ooh, it's a squishy beard. That wouldn't be squish. Just makes me feel like a kid. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe because I am. Let me stick his face in there. Go in! He just looks concerned. Come on. Go to the camera. Go to the camera. Anyways, where is his hat though? I'm gonna put the knife over here. Just I don't need to go and be like, oh, where I stabbed myself. Where is his hat though? Hat in one of my bigger pieces because it's just a fan hat. Oh, there it is. He's Master Wu. Okay, we now have our 2 characters. Now to get to the actual building. Okay, we need my long boy, and then my block boy. Also, I'm going to be calling everything my boys because I love my boys. And my 2 large, and then these just, now these go. Make the base super duper wide. Realize that this is probably not going to be terribly visible until I do that. What do you want from me? So then we're wanting to orientate it like this. Obviously for you it's going to be backwards. Here, I actually can zoom in, I think, with this camera. If I can do that, I might want to just... Yeah. I should put all the characters in one bag. Yeah, I mean, realistically though, that would make way too much sense, and so that's probably part of the reason why they don't do it. Okay. So this is more or less my station. Actually, it encompasses everything. That was perfectly set up unintentionally. Who knew? Anyways. I need these flat ones, and these are just going there. I really should just try to put everything down without picking it up, and then that'll help things a fair bit. And my black studs going there and there. Then these are pieces I have not really seen, but they go up against our tables. I don't know what I'm calling them because as well. Okay. And then yes, you're not what I wanted. Oh no, here's where I'm wanting. And these just go facing that way. Also, sorry for the bad focus. Actually, I think I can change the focus too. You know what, let's just go autofocus. Doing well enough, I guess. And then I need to grab 2 of my red studs and stack them on my black studs. And we got that step. And then my bridge pieces. And just match those on. And we need my pieces with my holes. The 3 ones. I don't think we have any different types. We need these 2 reverse bevel pieces. I don't know what to call them. I guess I just determined what to call them, but I don't know what they're actually called. Because technically these things all have names, I just don't know what they are. And these go like this, and like that. But anyways, then move on to a different part. We need this, and this, and then we go. Oop. We grab this. It needs to be orientated. Oh, where are you going? Hey, boy. I think this is a bit harder than one would think. I want that orientated like so. And then we grab our this is 4x4 base plate. Down like that. Then we grab this, stick it there. And then is it these ones or is it a different sort of piece? No, it's these. These are the only ones that are this high. So now we have a very long platform of sorts. Then where do we go from this? Then you put some weapon. It doesn't care which one. Just put a weapon in. I also love how the weapons, like the bag is full of holes. Wonder why that is. I'm sure there's some reason for it, but I don't know what it is. Definitely isn't to make it tear easily. Does it literally just use some form of weapon? I assume it's specifically the dagger. So I'm going to put the dagger in. There's only a couple daggers. Then the blade is orientated up. And then it'll go. Then we need these, and these go. It would help if I don't skip steps. That goes there. Then we go these. Then we go this. So now we have steps. Basically steps leading up to a trap. Then that attaches in here. And I can also use the stick. Okay. I'm assuming then that this is currently, for you it's forwards, for me it's backwards. Then we need to grab these two pieces and shove the red piece in. I think what are like that. And then we put our little log, and so this is then going to be, I don't know if this is then something that you're theoretically, but yes, so now. That's why you have those base plates there. Yeah. Anyways, then we're putting on these two, I assume. The looks of it, that's proper. And the black piece goes along. Nope, not that one. That one's. Wait, is it? Yes, it is. This one is just not covering. So you guys can see that's what I see, kind of. I like how mostly all the Ninjago chat sets us some trap. Yeah, I mean, because that's the point. It's like, okay, well, it's ninjas, and so you know they're precautionary. Okay. And then we're adding more of these. Put it at an angle so we can both see. I know I'm very giving. And then our 4-piece goes right there. Now we're putting on our giant base plates. So this now shows, so then it goes, yeah. Then it just goes back in quite smoothly. Now we want to put these two on. Very fuzzy. Yeah, it might. What's the focus on right now? Here, let's. Tell me when it gets. This is as far as it goes. So this is this better than it was? Is it going to be fuzzy because we're zooming in? Just doing my best to not make it too fuzzy. Put that there. yes, it's better, or I assume you're saying it's better. Need to grab our beige pieces of these. And then these get orientated here and here. And now we build a door. I think it's more of a window, but I'm calling it a door because I can. And so our holes come... Oh, so it's on here. Okay. Aha! I have orientated it for you guys. And then we grab... Now we're making our tea set. We just put our teapot on here. And we have some, that's what these are. So these, here, let me, yeah, it's a little better, okay. These are, they're little, they stick into the holes. But then when we're done, they look like little teacups. And we just put that. So it goes. It wants the cups forward. Okay, I can do the cups forward. That works. Next. Need two of these, or the two of these, and yeah. And these go just to the side here, and these go onto our little pieces in the back. Now we need four of these crisscrossy boys, and then our two of these. And just alternate direction. And then those go with our flatter piece. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I can't say what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm talking about. We basically want this to be even up here. Okay. Ow, just smack the mic. Okay. Then we get our other two of these to finish off the front. Then we put these on all here. Right now, I don't know if it's intentionally, but right now a little flimsy in the back, but I'm certain that'll probably get solved. Then we get round boys and finish the aesthetic here. Definitely liking how this looks so far. Now we get our gold shiny pieces. Then we put our beige pieces inside of the shiny boys. Make little lanterns, I assume. Yep. And it just goes on like that. And we just process. Now we have lanterns. Yay. Are you gonna play with it? I mean, Legos, of course you will. Then we need 2 white pieces. And these ones, so then these ones go right next to the door. And these ones go back here. We grab our longest boy. Wait, no. Am I doing something? Oh no, these go on the back. That's how we're adding our stability to the door slash window slash whatever it is. Now this thing isn't wobbling all around. Then we grab these 2, stick them here and here. So far that's looking like we want it. Okay, now we do stickers. I love stickers. We have 2 of these, and these get attached like that, but we'll wait on that. So we need 7 and 8. Yep, see those? Okay, this is the way we want it. Sweet. I will say, one of the most satisfying things when you're building with Legos is when you get like a perfect sticker and it just looks amazing. I mean, it's not difficult, but it's also not, it's not easy to, but it's also not difficult to mess up. Then we want that one there, this one here, and already this looks like a monastery. I mean, not fully, but you get the idea. Pillars! I love pillars. Got to head myself. I was about to attach it here, and then it's like, no, that's... Here is not where that goes. It goes here. And then we need to grab our corner pieces, and those go like this. Oh, wait, no, they go. Probably put these on first. These help to keep those pillars in place. Then you leave space in between the whites here. Because you gotta leave space between the whites. You don't want any... I was about to make a really racist and edgy joke there, and I decided, you know what, maybe not. Maybe not. We have 2 more pillars, and on these we're adding one of these. Like, I keep thinking that you're gonna just look into my vision and see everything I see, and that's not how this works. So these are the ones that go on here. Thing is, it's really funny building this using the instructions from online, because I remember, I think I was... Ever had that spiny thing where you... spinny thing where you spin your character? I've not had one of those yet, no. But to continue, I would go and I would spend, I think I was like, I want to say I was like 13, 14. I would spend hours going and... Okay. I do have that position. I'd spend hours just going to the Lego like customer support area of just finding different Lego sets and just looking at the process of how they got built. Like, it fascinated me so much. Oh my, look at the Lego scene we have, but haha! Ninjas! We're not even done yet. So many pieces! How many pieces? Oh, now we're getting to like blue, so you know that that stuff's definitely getting hidden. So then we want to grab, let's grab these. Okay. Let's just kind of grab them in the way that I figure I want to apply them. So I'm getting all sorts of confused just looking at this. Okay, I'm gonna grab these ones. These go along here. They go there, and this goes there. And basically this is just being symmetrical. Like, the most difficulty I'm having right now is because I'm trying to build it backwards. Have you been to the minifig store yet? I have not. Although I actually have a character, because my sister built one for me. Okay, so these, okay, so I'm covering up the white fully. And this goes there. And then these go here. Okay, did I miss anything? I've got two of these, two of these, two of these, two of these, two of these. Okay. Now we're building lightsaber cups. We attach bottom, and then we attach handles. Thing is, though, what I will say is really funny to me is the fact that these are literally these little things. Come on, focusing. These little things are literally what they use for the lightsabers. So it's really funny because then you can go in like, oh hey, I have a red lightsaber handle. You're like, I'm one of the cool kids. I also find it really funny that you always get extras of the lightsabers, so like, you can literally just go and start a collection of the saber hilts that you can then, you know, get all your minifigures together and then have them fight to the death with lightsabers. Obviously, if you don't have a stick, it doesn't quite work as well. But the first Lego set that I ever owned was a cups go inside. Was a Hero Factory set, and then I got way into Hero Factory. Also, those need to go down. But because I got so into Hero Factory, for my birthday the next year, actually it might have been Christmas because I got it for my birthday. I can't remember exactly, but I wanted to go and get a. Okay, I went to back 2, so get all our extra bits, and we'll start putting them over here before we go and get a bag for them. Okay, on to our second bag. How long did that take us? Too long. Multi-purpose mug. Yep. Both for drinking and for decoration. Cut it cleanly? I hope so. Okay. Let's get our weapons. We'll keep those in frame. Grab too terribly in the way. So I figure the weapons are going to be used a fair bit. Come on. Come out. And then we'll start using one of these bags. Which one's bigger? It's about the same size. So we'll just use this bag. This is our bigger small bits. And then we'll just start storing our extra pieces in one of these bags. Come on. Actually, Hey, Madam Poodle, if you're still here, could you give me a Ziploc bag, actually? Like just a small sandwich one. Come on. Puncture! God, this is so difficult. Should not be this difficult to just poke a hole. Whoop! Maybe not make a giant mess. So these are bigger little bits. We want these over here. And our teeny tiny bits. Thank you. Yep. So we can just use one of these to store, because then I can just know where they are. Anyways, also I'm glad I haven't had to use this thing, because this thing is super useful, but it's really annoying when you have to use it, because then it means that you royally screwed something up. Anyways. Just like, that tension is just so high there that I just get scared out of my wits. It's just like, am I gonna murder myself here? Usually no. I have yet to have a yes. But that doesn't mean it's not possible. Stop running away. I am your master. You shall do what I bid. Okay. So now, these a little more in frame. Okay, so now we need to build. Thing is, I've actually never had a skeleton, so this is kind of cool. Also, oh no, I'm putting on the head first. Whatever shall I do? I am such a heathen. How to make a dancing skeleton. And that would probably explain though why. Thing is though, like looking at these skeleton pieces, I just get thrown way back to when I first watched the Lego Ninjago mini-series, and boy did that thing make me happy. Like, it was just such a cool show, and just then obviously the ninja character designs are definitely based off of the movie adaptation, but not the worst thing in the world. A little annoying, yeah, but not terrible. And we'll stick that boy there. We can probably build our other ninja. Although one of the other things, as soon as I saw these things in the like when I was in the store and just looking, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting this. Because what this thing is, this is the elemental sword of, come on, stick it in your hand. Come on. Alright, cooperate with me. Come on, just grab the sword! I know you don't think you're worthy, I know you don't want this power, but just grab the sword! Anyway, no, don't let go of it. This thing is ribbed so hard. But yeah, so this is the elemental sword of fire. Yeah, the series was awesome. Yeah, really though. And so basically, these things have a very strong importance in the, I mean, I'd call it an anime, but it's not really an anime. But just in the series, it was real strong. So am I needing to put the sword somewhere? Because it didn't tell me to put it in his hand. Whatever. If it comes to that point, I can always do that. Okay, we have two here. They're not different colors. That's good. Okay. And let's grab this block and put it down. Then this goes as far forward as I can. Grab our base. And now that's sending out that way. Now we double these up. Make super tall things, but they're not super tall, because, yeah. Ooh. Looking at this, I just had a mini heart attack. Because I used to have... I mean, I still technically have it, I just don't use it / can't exactly remember where it is. But I have a... it's basically just... Lego robots. And it was fun, but I was not intelligent when I first opened it, and so I lost like half the pieces to it. And so I just had a mini heart attack when I saw this. I'm like, it's the exact same pieces that I like was always missing when I was trying to build something. Just like, and now put this piece in. I don't have it! And sucks to be. Ooh. I like the look of this. I definitely like the look of this. So this goes like this. Yes, like this. And then we need... We're building 3 things with our... building 3 of these. Working on here. Right on top, right? Yeah. And... Come on. Oh, in. There we go. Yeah. And we're getting this, and building little bridges, I guess you could call it. Not bridges, benches. Yes, it's definitely a bridge for, like, I don't know, ants. Okay. I do... Saying was I did something wrong, then I realized, oh wait, that's just that. So that's why it looks weird. Anyways. Oh my. Make sure your gears are properly set. This just goes... Yep, just snaps in. Oh, it actually has arrows. That's interesting. So then obviously these. Now that turns... I gotta rotate it until the arrows are aligned again. Okay. Also, I love how it's like 1-to-1. On my screen, no. I wish they brought back Lego robots, but Legos are just expensive now. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot that I really wish Lego had stuck with or didn't change, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Marketing. Okay. Now we're building, I'm assuming this is why it wants that, because then this rotates. So we need this. This. Then our big ring. That already looks so cool. And 2 gold boys in our, I guess, here. Like that. And then black boys. Sorry that you're not able to see this right now. It's a little hard to position my hands so that you could see it with everything that I'm having to do. Also, I realize half the time, I guess Mike's still picking me up. I'm just talking very, very quietly, man. So then we need you on there, you right there. Then this with these beige boys. And that's rotated next year. And we give him a little hat. I guess hair is probably more accurate. Yeah. Looking good so far. Looking very good. No, there we go. And then 2 more gold pieces up top. Then we're sticking a single stud face plate. Like that. And we're grabbing our hollow boy, I'm assuming. Okay, no. Then we grab a broken skeleton leg. Ha ha ha. That's there. And then grab this. So that's supposed to be rotated like that. More or less that kind of looks like it. Obviously, for you guys it's difficult to see. Yeah, that's good. Thing is, I would have this in full 1080p, but currently I don't have everything set up for that to work properly, so sorry on that end. And then put in our door slash window slash I don't know what this thing is supposed to be. There's that. Oh, so that's why he doesn't have it, because it's supposed to be back here. So it's a display case. Ah. Then, obviously, you know, there it is. And this goes rotating that. And then we stick it on this one. And then now we grab, yep, so I was figuring that we weren't wanting to just grab any old piece, and we had specific pieces that we needed. We need to grab this and put a brown ribbed, here we are. And we stick that, nope, that's probably not the right piece if that's happening. Or, oh wait, no, we need to add in this first. Realize that you can't really see what I'm doing here, but I'm doing my best. Ooh, it rotates. But then, wow. You tried to get it, haha, you've sprung a trap and now you are dead. I don't know. This song is a banger. I immediately know that this song is a bop, and I love it. And that goes, I have no idea if you can even hardly see this. Just kind of, on these ones you can kind of figure out what it's going to look like yourself, and then I prove how wrong you are because I suck at building things and I build it incorrectly. Ha ha ha. No, not really. And this goes. And that goes like this. Yes. 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 Okay. Now we need this. We put these on like so. Make sure they're flat. Oh, I'm like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? How is it supposed to go flat? Oh, because I missed that piece. this and stick it on the same side. And then grab our other one of these. Stick it on, and then I'm assuming we're... Yep, we're gonna put on our flat boys to make it look nice. Like so. Then stick this there. It looks like that. And then it goes like so. Like so. But that's what our back looks like. Now we have that set, now we're putting down stuff to make it look nice. We gotta make it look nice. Just one of those, then we need this goes here, that goes that. Yes. And these go here, right? Got that correct? Yep. Then we have a pillar, stick it there. This goes on here. Yes. Now we're building another lantern. We put the lantern on our upside downy slope. Like so. Then we grab this and combine them and put it on top here. Then we grab our open window and our other pillar. We stick that there. And our other pillar goes just there. Like so. Make sure that the stuff's orientated correctly. Then we grab this for over here. And this for here. I'm assuming that the reason we're doing this is because then we're going to be able to attach it. I was wondering why it moved. My finger got ever so slightly clamped. I'd like to show this. Just gave myself the world's smallest blister. I mean, not really, because it kind of just... Yeah. Yeah. That there. And then this one needs to be fully covered in 2x1 flat pieces. This one leaves space open on the inside of the structure. And that's because we're adding this on top for stability. As we all love stability. Then we're putting that to complete the look. And now we're making... Ooh, we have a tassel. We have a tassel! Oh, it's a tassel! Got way too excited about that. We get our 3 beige pieces. Shove them together. Our little, I don't know, nipple boy. Then we shove that into this. There we go. And now we have a tassel to play with. Just look at the jiggle. Look at the jiggle. Hey, for one of your other streams, you should build a Gundam kit. I have to get a Gundam kit. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea at all. I put 3 on that, right? I only put 2 on that. Wait, no. I put 3. My brain just kind of farted there. We put another lightsaber, Hilton. Aha, aha. That goes here. And then, but I love how it's like, this is a red piece. This is a red piece, right here. And this in gold. And that. Like that. I don't like how much that moves. Like it's able to move, I should say. Okay, now we're adding our roof. The supports for our roof. I'm adding... Oh, like that to say. And I'm assuming this is so that this can spin without worry. Yeah. Ooh. This looks very fancy. Where is that? Did I mess up? I don't have a red piece. Did I put a red piece where it's supposed to have a beige piece? Oh, it's supposed to be the... Wait. Dang it. I see where I did it as well. Okay. Not to worry. I see the error. I can correct it. This isn't supposed to be red, this is supposed to be beige. What's Gundam? It's like, basically like Transformers, but not, but yeah. So that was... this. On that. Come on, come on. And just put back. Now we can see this one. Okay. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Now we can properly build this before I mess something up again. Oh, it's just big robots that you can build, yeah. Basically that. I'm gonna put this on backwards, dang it! Building backwards in my head is how I've been building it this whole time, and then I'm like, okay, so now you put it there, and it's like, no! No. Don't do it. Don't be the dumb. Be the smart. The smart is better than the dumb. Dumb don't build Gundam. And that goes... yeah. Like so. Now. These... need to put the gold here. And there. Yes, I'm supposed to have 2 in 1. Then these with these. These face forward. It's really nerve-wracking when you get to like the end of a bag because you're like, oh my, what are they gonna do with these pieces? Are they gonna make my life insane or whatever? That's... wait. Oh, I have these forward. I need them back though. Have a fear, for I am here. Even though I'm the one who messed it up. mess up everything? I may have messed up everything. I think I messed up everything. Oh man. Not to worry. Simple fix, simple fix. Let's just move the pieces forward. Not like I've glued these things down. Come on, go back down. Yeah. Okay. Now that we've, again, averted a crisis. Hey, it's hard to hear you. Yeah, so like... Hey, there we go. Hello, Thod. Welcome. You look tall. Eh, some might say I'm a very tall boy. Hard to hear you. Is it like really hard to hear me, Cronus? Because I can use this mic if I need to. I get it. Yeah. Now I'm getting burps all of a sudden. Close me on Twitch. Oh, nice. A little quiet. Okay. I mean, I can always just. Does shoving the mic closer to my face help matters? Gotta go close. Yeah, okay. See you in a bit. Plug Twitch. Nice. You can tell I have bad grammar. Don't ban me. Ah, you're fine, Ash. Well, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. So I need to make sure that I'm on the right thing. Oh my, I'm sticking things in things. Man, it is really weird to just pick this thing up, look at it, and realize, man, I just built this and it looks real good. Like, real good. And now we're about to attach. How does one become a mod? Become a very good friend of mine. Now we can go like... There we go. Now we have... How does one do that? I don't know, show up in chat, talk to me, play with me. All sorts of things. Because I don't think we're quite done. Yeah, we're not quite done with this bag yet. Oh, and then you can do this, and then... Oh, but if you really want to, you can still attach it. Oh, this is very clever. Okay, so then these are all just... Where the heck did this come into play? This flat piece with this edge. I feel like I didn't put this somewhere. I'm gonna quickly go back through the instructions and see if I missed anything. Because it'd be really bad if I did. Ah, that's where I missed it. Haha, I did miss it. Well... Hey! Jonas, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, family. Like, I don't think I should have a piece like that. Also, where does this come into play? Oh, it goes on the... It goes on the skeleton. That's where that piece goes into play. I thought it looked like it was supposed to go on someone, but then it didn't. But then it did because I was a dumb. Don't worry about me. I will eventually reach the point where I'm sane. It may not be today, but it will be someday. Someday. When you're done, you're gonna play CSGO with us? Yeah, I'd be up for that. Thank you, Ash, for the follow as well. I can't believe I completely royally messed up building this thing. Like, using the wrong pieces, using whatever else. Okay. But then that goes on before. See, now this is why I have the orange thingamabob. Because then I can just go like, yeah. Hey! Yeah, thank you for the follow. The host. Appreciate it. I can stick that there. My question is, how did I completely miss those steps? That, and, yep. Okay. Don't worry, I'm being a more smart individual now. Not a terribly smart one, but a more smart one. Stable. Okay. Everything attached properly again. Okay. And so these all look like extra bits because they are.
Nubcake said Nubcake likes penis.
Oh, I believe I had Discord muted. If I didn't, Nub, grow up. If any of you heard that, I apologize. Nubcake can be a little immature at times. It's gonna do nothing. I mean, it's a host. If nothing else, it's feeding the algorithm lies that I'm actually important. Okay. Now that I am not royally screwing up the
Nubcake said it's a repressed memory.
Okay, Nub. No. Your privileges are revoked. I'm turning text-to-speech off by changing where it goes. I am the master. There we go.
Nubcake said your mom.
Nub, shut up. Now you can't do it anymore. Hopefully. Okay, I hope I didn't mess up anything else. If I did, we might find out later. Anyways, okay. Now, move on to our next baggie. Although I am liking the way this is coming together. As if I'm the one designing it or something. I like the fact that it is coming together, put it that way. Okay, no, that's how I completely messed up that, because I didn't technically completely mess it up, I just kind of messed it. Ah! What time is it anyways? It's already midnight. I am not stopping until I finish this. Even if some people might be a little annoyed, but too bad those people don't hurt me, please. Worth reading. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Come on. Puncture! There we go. Okay, that was visible on camera. So my jumping wasn't completely unbeknownst to all of you why I did that. That terrified me there for a second. I'm like, oh cool, this is how I die. That was terrifying for like way too long. Anyways. And then so basically, we agreed to process but on the opposite side. No. Obviously it's gonna be different. But how different? Obviously I'm figuring this step and all that is gonna be the same. Come on, where is that block? I don't know how you attach like that, but sure. Sure. And we get our big base plate on, because of course we do. You know, now my brain's going like reverse of the reverse, because now it's being built like the other one should have been built in. Oh. All sorts of madness is running through my mind. Okay, anyways. So let's start on a side and move over. So da da da. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't know why I'm doing the Mission Impossible thing right there, but I don't care enough to stop now. He says while stopping. Let me just flip. I think we're doing it. And there's our other one of these, and then we grab another one of these and shove it in like. Wait. Nope, not that. Yes. So we need 2 of each apart from the 1. Then we grab our green boy that I'm assuming is basically just there to protect gears. And that goes here. Now we need to make some more black on top of, sorry, red on top of black. Where are you going? Hey there. Bye, I go now. Good night. Oh, okay. Bye, Poodle. Thanks for stopping by. So I will say, I just had the weirdest feeling pop up, which is like, wow, that's what a real streamer would say. It's like, technically I am a real streamer, but also like, obviously you don't get the numbers of a quote-unquote real streamer. This is a tippy boy. But why is it a tippy boy? What does the tippy boy do? Probably drops people into pits of lava. And so that's what he did in front of this. Just back and forth. Okay. Then we grab 2 of these and continue our way. Make it. We can have a flat area to build upon. Then we grab these. This there, this is going here. And now we put in our flooring. And our ones over here. Whoop. Stop running away from me. Not allowed. Then we have 2 of these, but we also have this, and this goes like so, and you go like so, and you go like so. Okay. Next part. This, and then we need to grab these to make a box, essentially. That in there, and that right there. Tell if I'm actually pushing down the right side. Now, this, and... come on, pick up. Okay, so that, and then this has the studs towards our super flat, and then there. So this probably slides? No, because that doesn't have room to slide, so what does it do then? Okay. Tiny boy, number 1. Oh, so these are the nunchucks also, I'm realizing. We've got... Wait, no, we don't have a chain here, so we just have extra hilts? I don't know. Let me grab... Is it... Okay, it's not these ones, it is... Where is it? No, it's not those ones. Oh, it is these ones. I just got really confused for a second. Because I thought that these were 3, not 2. I guess I thought they were... Yeah, I don't know what I thought. I thought the madness, and the madness overtook me. Flatten those all out. Let me grab this. And this. Orientate it orientated away from our box. Like that. Okay, so it is the nunchucks. Here's the chain. Thought it looked like the nunchucks. Plus with the blue it kind of gave it away, but also not. Yeah, you know what I mean. So these are the nunchucks of lightning. And I'm assuming, yeah, so then they get stuck in here. Oh, and it also has, that's why it's not an extra piece, it's just a piece. And we also have the Scythe of Earth, or something along those lines. It's been a while since I've seen the series, so I can't remember the exact names of everything. This is definitely not what it initially looked like, though. I don't think so. They probably stuck this on because then it looks more like it. Because I'm pretty sure it was a dragon head for the scythe, and then it was just a pole. Because I actually have another one with this in it. Obviously not this exact one, but yeah. And also, of course, Cole and Jay are the ones that share weapon storage. What does it mean you don't? Okay, so then it attaches. Wait. Okay, so it attaches here. Okay, so it goes forward but not backward. Oh, because it's gonna launch a projectile from the basket. Ah, that makes sense, because then you step on this and then catapult. Okay. That makes sense. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Don't shoot anyone with this. This doesn't go that way. Anyways. And I am not completely unintelligent. Just mildly. Let me stick this here. Yeah. And then we make another one of our lanterns. And we know how to make those real easy now. It's just 2 beige and 2 gold. And these go like this. Whoop, it help if I actually attach it. Come on, go down. There we go. And then it's just this and what is it? Another flat boy. And those attached there, adding the stability. Now we're adding this. There's not 2 panes, is there? No, there is not. I was wondering because this one's got a design on it. I was wondering if that's because the other one doesn't, but no, it's just this. And then so, not you, but you, Miss Boy, that you can hardly see whenever I do that because I'm not doing it the most intelligently. And then we need to build 2 of these. Come on. Stop it, fat fingers. And then those go here and here. And we need this to be over here. We need this over here. And we need a flat boy. We need a long flat boy over here. Now over here we work on our... Which one is that? Okay, so that's on our front there. And then this goes with that way. Oh! It's already 7. I knew this would take me a couple hours, but holy cannoli, I did not figure it would take quite this long. And this rotates out. Do we get to make another tassel? I believe we get to make another tassel. In a moment, though. Only in a moment. That's for aesthetic, but also to stabilize that. These are just, I mean, technically it doesn't matter which way those go, but I'm gonna go off of the image. That's what you're supposed to do when you build Legos. And then we attach this. And then we make tassel. It has... Oh, that's how it goes. Ah. And now we make a tassel lantern. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I get so stoked over that. I just do. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. And then we attach the tassel. Oh, it makes such a fine snap. Anyways. I'm gonna make another lightsaber holder thing, 'cause I'm assuming this is more or less gonna be the same sort of process as on our other side. As this is to get it to the flat level that we're gonna need for this, which you can't see. Yes. Then it's gonna be on the other side. Anyways, then we need to build this and stick it over here. Ooh. Although I guess because it's the catapult, so we don't need anything else up here, so we're just putting this on. Oh, I went back too far. Okay, now this I am properly building. Not dead! I say while dropping it on the floor. Ow. I hate like when hard edges of Legos just shove themselves into your skin. It's not very pleasant. Not a very pleasant feeling at all. And so what's really weird is to think that this fully goes in a circle, and presently this is what we've got. This thing's going to get real big, which is great. Then we need this boy over here. And these two boys, and then these go on the back. Not making that mistake again. Then these go with the studs inside, and they're on this side of everything, like so. Hey, I would say, but Legos aren't my style. Oh, come on. Really, Dream? Really? What's more your style, VR? Well, I wouldn't do that tonight, but it's a wee bit late for that. Alright, and then on our back side, putting our nubs. Haha, wish he was here to hear that, because then I would get back at him. Aha. Let's go on the outside ones. I'll do it. Oh, so that one was supposed to be just white. Dang it! I hate when I can't be observant, and then it's like, oh cool, now I need to deconstruct the whole thing again! Ugh. So much progress that I lose whenever I'm like, oh hey, I need to replace this one thing. Maybe I can just pop it out and then pop this one in. Okay, and shove that back. That back. Shove this back. Okay, back to where we're supposed to be. Good. Silly me. I'll tell you, I would, like 676, I haven't measured exactly for a while. Also, I don't have sound request, I'm just using pretzel. Okay, give me a break, Dreamer. I'm not cool like you. I mean, I could set it up, I just haven't. I don't know why I went Kermit Frog, but I'm sticking with the bit now. Aww. Smoke a cig. On your 18th, mate. Dan, got it, but respect. Nah, it's true. I mean, I could stand up now. It'd just be difficult. Also, smoke a cig on your 18th. Well, that'd be a little difficult because my 18th has already passed. I'm a full-blown adult. And then on the back. It's getting way too complicated for me already. I mean, not really, just real weird. Yep. Ugh. Pop it off. And then so we have successfully constructed this. Whatever this is. Will be useful for something. What? I don't quite know yet, but we shall figure out. Can just like. Oh, that's because it's just supposed to be. Oh yeah, it is. What the? Oh, I see. So it's able to tip like that. Because then you launch. Cool. I'm assuming then we're copying onto the other side. Yep. So more or less I just kind of do the same process. I'm wondering when I saw that there was 2 of these. And I'd say now you've seen what it looks like, but you really haven't, because it's a little hard to do. Unless you literally like, I mean, I don't know if I were to stick a webcam onto my face, it would work pretty well, but who wants that? I'm sure someone does. To that person, I am scared of you. Please do not come near me. And this is literally the exact same, apart from the final step of it. Is sticking on the other side. And then we stick it in. Come on, go in. There we go. Now, I guess those are just going to be that jittery. If you look, it's kind of like rather jittery. But now, face someone and pa! Surprise attack! Ninjas! Yeah! Anyways. I need red, boys. You can't really see this, but I'm doing my best here, folks. I promise I'm trying. Let me shove you down. Let me stick these in. Nope, not these ones. Wait. Oh, no. It just looks like it's at a different angle because of the picture. This is the right degree angle. Then we stick in these ones, our blue boys. Come on. Go in! And that's how they keep it from wiggling around so much. Now it doesn't wiggle back and forth, it just wiggles side to side. Because, yeah! That looks really cool. Like just looking from the front and then just... I'm happy. So we built the projectile yet? That's my question. Okay, and then we're building these and putting them on these. Oop, stop running away. Where's the I'm just supposed to stick like random weapons in there? Is that what I do? Who knows? Answer is somebody. Probably the builders of the Yep, that's definitely builders of the set. I was about to say, why do I have this big thing here? Then I realized, oh right, it's gonna open the connection. And everything else is just extra pieces, which I appreciate. Because heaven knows having extra pieces is good. And you attach it, and then you... Come on, you can do it, mate! You can do it! Yeah, there we go. Let me just attach that. Ooh, this has some heft to it! I like how complicated Legos are, but easy to build. Yeah. This has some real heft to it. That, I really like that. And then like just look at it. It just looks like a dojo. Just back a little. Like it just looks like a dojo. It's so cool. Oh, cool. Now we're moving on to the next one. Taking like half an hour to get these done. It's gonna be so late when I finish. Okay, and on to bag number 4. Okay, at this point, I want to. Do I zoom out the camera? I think I'll zoom out the camera. Zoom. Why are you shoving Charmander in my face? Here, let's do this. Hopefully that'll just the autofocus can go back on. Okay. We got more of the board. Board. More of everything visible. Hot dang it. Gosh. Put that into the trash can. Oh, we only have one bag. See, though, this is nice. That once you get to the final parts, you're actually building more of. Okay, this is Cole's face. Although what I will say is really cool about this set is the fact that you get every single ninja and every single weapon. Which is not something you very often see, because normally, I mean, it makes sense. Why did they stick Jay's face in the bag, but they stuck Cole's in there? They just called a timeout after their... Oh, that's funny. Is that for BM or just you unironically needed a timeout? Gosh. Just puncture the bag! Wish I had scissors on this thing, but I don't. It was way too fast for my liking. I do like the fact that this is taking a lot less time to do. Oh, because this is also just the roofing as well, so the majority of stuff isn't even going to be seen. But anyways, as I was saying, you don't very often see the entirety of like a group in a set because, I mean, it makes sense because, okay, well now you make people have to go and buy different sets. Annoying, but it makes sense. Okay, do we have any of these that are like super massively bigger than any of the others? No. Whoa, that is not very glossy, but it is attempting. I guess it is. The angle you look at it, it can be glossy. So, either of these. Basically, we're just shoving these all. We got that. And we need one here. No way, this one's yellow. My guess is it's probably going to be a visible element, and the blue is not. There's that. And now we're putting on fan blades. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. No, it's not visible, but yet they still really had some reason for it. This. How exactly does this go? Take it, it's like that. Look about right. And on the unders. Whoop, nope, it is not right because I can't see anything. So like this though, we can see that. And stick that in there. Yeah, there is like different costumes and looks for the characters, yeah. And basically, I mean, I felt so accomplished as a kid when it's like, I finally... What? I am the confusion. Oh, it is. So how is that attaching exactly? I am confused. I get a back view. Just like, hey, yeah, you just attach it. Or is it just, it needs... No, it's like... No, that's how you attach it. What? It's just supposed to sit there and hopefully not fall off? How far... I'm not the only one confused here, right? It's like there's no way to actually attach it. I guess it's just intended to sit? Magic? Have I done the magic? I think I did the magic. Assume this is how it's supposed to sit, 'cause... Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do. Maybe it attaches later, maybe it doesn't. Anyways, let's make a bird, I guess. So now I don't... Now it doesn't feel right to pick it up, because I'm like, well, the thing could fall over at any moment. Come on, attach. Shove it in! Then... Cool. And I assume I basically just do the same process, but flip it. Yeah, man. Go in! But how's everyone doing tonight? Hope we're doing well. Hope no one, I don't know, just learned they're adopted. I guess is, yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to. Thing really confuses me. I'm like, okay, well, I feel like that's supposed to attach and not just kind of sit there, and you hope that it doesn't die. That's funny. Just attach each other in the bag. There's my. This, go like this. It's gonna go like this. Oh, but this one, wait, did I missed a step on the last one, didn't I? Yup, I did. No wonder it wasn't attaching. I didn't do it properly. We're like, how is it supposed to just sit there? Oh, it's not. I'm just dumb. Because it wasn't painfully obvious, I didn't terribly notice. And... Come on. Go in. There we go. I did it, guys! I figured out how it attaches! It's so stupid. Oh, so terribly stupid. Just like, it says to attach it onto that, but how do I do that? It's just a flat piece of block. Oh, you have to be smart and read the instructions. That makes sense! I am way too irritated about that. And so it can flip up ever so slightly, you know. And I assume I make another burb. And it's oop. Yeep. Another bird. I mean, I'm calling it a bird. It doesn't terribly look like a bird. It just looks like a bird enough to me that I'm like, it's a bird! Bird. Bird, because it's a bird, so therefore it is a bird! How this works. You cannot deny the logic that I have presented to this case. Now we work on our center. Long gray piece. Fat black piece. Ooh, long. Ooh, fat black pieces. These go like so. I'm gonna have to do this properly for once, because I'm like, wait, my brain is not intelligent enough to figure that out. Then these go match that. Nope. Inside. Okay, there we go. And this goes up. And these go. So. And these also attached behind them. Wait, yes. Okay. I am being the intelligent. It's a rare case, but it is a case that occurs. Come on. Go down. Now we're not gonna be dumb and we're actually gonna do this properly now. Come on. Go in. Okay. These go like so to add more of a fanning effect. And these going back. And we add studs to not all of it, but the majority of the front. And turn the center, and then one space apart. Eight. And then we've just got a couple of extras. And it attaches like fan in the back, fan in the back. Okay, is this? Yes, it goes behind. Where did you get that set? I literally went to Target tonight. I just went to Target. And then I was like, hey, I want another camera. I want a Lego set. Let's go. So now I have another camera, and a Lego set. Now, on to our next bag. Halfway there. Ah! I'm sitting in a chair. I have been for the past like 2 hours building this set. Oh boy, this is taking a while. Like by the time I'm getting close to finishing this, I would not be surprised in the slightest if Soul comes back and is like, hey, we're still building this? Oh look, we can see it. And at that point, the store will be closed. The store is now closed. Please leave, or you shall be executed. Ooh, we have glass. Yes, not literal glass. There is no way they would actually give like 10-year-olds pieces of glass. Yet plastic that's gonna stab someone in the eye. Yep, that's good. We're cool with that. And I now give me 2 pairs of the shurikens. I feel very happy. I now have more shurikens than I did before. Yep. They're both okay. Both heads are in there. Both. Okay, these are bigger, smaller pieces, so those go on this side. Well, I will say, I am planning on turning this into a video and uploading it onto the YouTube channel. Oh boy, is that video going to take forever to edit. There's so many different... Yeah. Like I might literally have to be careful about seeing how much space I have on my hard drive. I say that I had a 12-hour live stream and that did perfectly fine. I should probably be fine. I had no issues with that one. I don't think we're gonna have issues with one that lasts like 4 hours. Especially since 4 hours is what I theoretically could be doing every day. I mean, I wouldn't do it every day, but every time I stream. That's, I guess, there I start. Yeah, it's only been like 3-ish. I guess at this point it's been 2 hours. What does he look like with his crazy face? Don't you just love when the Lego pieces stick together and so you can't turn them? No, I want his head. Give me his head on a silver platter. Okay, fine. He's gonna be crazy-eyed instead of angry-eyed. He's gonna be shocked. Like, oh my! Whatever is this? Whatever this is that he's looking at. Nia actually has a decent looking face, so I can just give her, like... She actually looks halfway decent. You're not angry face. Focus, dang it. This looks collected. Also, I believe that then is the end of our peoples. Okay. Let me do that. Let me do these. Also, this is the like main. Yeah, this is the main roof structure that we're building. Yeah, you can see right there as well. I just wasn't paying enough attention. I'm trying to speed up slightly here, and by slightly I mean I don't want to go to bed at like 2. Oh, where is piece I'm looking for? Is it in here somewhere? Yeah, there we are. Oh hey, this one. This one sounds Asian. It makes it appropriate. Because we're building a Lego set that would be set in Asia. White. It's white. It's white like Zane. And though Zane's technically yellow. Yeah, man. Oh my, now I get to break off the shuriken. Is there more? Okay, so the tips are soft plastic, probably because then you're not stabbing people in their eyes. Like these. And I can stab you with a stabbing weapon. Just... Anyways, I can throw this away. The other set I will put in Zane's hands because I can. Because of all the things that you'd get a double of, I'm surprised it's the shurikens. I mean, obviously it makes sense because they're real small. Like, it's a little shocking to me that you get 2 sets of them. Go in. And now Zane with his shurikens of ice. He'll freeze the North Pole. There we go. Looks shocked. He's like, what? How do I have this? Oh. Anyways, I'm being a silly jokester. Ha ha ho ho ha ha ha. Okay. No. Also, we need to add these boys. Also, can I just say, they're a little biased towards... Why is Vsauce playing in my ears? Although they seem a little biased towards Zane and the priority of whose stuff they're hiding because, you know... I mean, so far his also doesn't doesn't have a trap, it's just really high. Like me. Okay, so we're doing 2 of these. They're just all going the same direction. Super tiny things. Let's make a joke here, but no, just no. You can make a joke. But the shuriken still the soft plastic. Yeah, they're the actual like places where the minifigure holds isn't that soft, but like the tips, it's super bendy and all that. Because you don't need to go around stabbing people. Because that wouldn't be good. Why are these headphones all of a sudden deciding that they want to move? It's probably because I'm looking down so much. I'm like, why are they caressing the back of my ears so tenderly? Oh, it's like, oh, it's because gravity. Who'd have thunk? So, hollow pieces. Come on. Come in. Now we got to make another bird. Bird. Care if it's not a bird, it's a bird to me, and that is all that matters. These are, yes, these are mine. These are my friends. That's great. But if not, that's great too. We're not biased here. It's great any way you look at it. Then we do the same process but flipped on the part that we need to have it flipped. Shove the hand in, or just claw, whatever you want it to be. I imagine it's a pretty rainbow. Need to put my front piece on before I forget. Well, I forget and regret everything that has ever happened in my life. And then we're putting 2 big pillars right. Yeah, and yeah. And then, oh, so now we need sticker number 1. I want to put it in the pane for, yeah, I'll put it in here and then apply the sticker. Or do I? No, because that's going to be more difficult to make sure I get a good looking, yes, yep. That is exactly what sentence needed to be formed there. A good looking yes. Dang it, I set it a little too high. I know it's a little offset, but you know what? I kinda screwed it over the first time, so I don't care enough. This is what we live with. Imperfections happen. C'est la vie. Not like I'm trying to sell this, that, you know, like, oh, this is, you know, exactly what it's supposed to look like. I'm not selling that at all. And that's definitely does look cool though. And need RL pieces, not Rocket League pieces, but our L pieces. Dish. Well, I will say, of all the nights to choose, I'm glad that I chose Friday unintentionally because guess what? There is no school tomorrow. There's nothing that's keeping anyone from watching the stream apart from their own sanity. Mostly what I mean by that is that I realize, oh hey, people aren't having to worry about going to sleep for school because school isn't due tomorrow. I'm just the one who needs to worry about waking up early because I have a shift starting at noon. I mean, I say early. Early for me. That. Lightsabers, oh my! Got those sticky bits going up. Sticky bits, that's definitely the bits that have the whatever. I hope you understand what I mean. If you don't, then it doesn't matter, and so I'm gonna stop before I make myself look like an absolute fool. I've already partially done that, but you know. Beggars can't be choosers. That made no sentence in that That made no sense in that context. Wow, I am definitely out of it. These are facing outwards. Now we build our second window. Sticker number 2. That one was done a little bit better. Wow, my brain really just thought that, didn't it? I was about to say, I wonder if I could go and start playing copyright music now because the copyright bot definitely goes to sleep. Funny. Haha, funny story. Oh, the funnies. Oh, the funnies. Like that. Oh my, now we're making a dragon's face. Well, looking at that from the front really makes it look cool. Anyways, that. I realize this is super tiny on your screen, sorry. There's another one of these. Then we need to grab both of these. And these. That. Then this goes like that. Right? Yes. This flat up front. Good night, I'm going to bed. Good stream. Have fun. Okay. Your turn. Thanks for stopping by. And then you just offset by 1. You can give me an extra piece of silver in here. Oh my. Nope, that's backwards. Like so. And this touches to these. Ooh, that's a satisfying snap. And shove these in. And then I make TallBoys. I love how much of a bop these things are. Just like, we're gonna bop. Bop it! Twist it! Stick it in your eye. Yeah. And it touches right. So let's do. There we go. I see a lot of tiny pieces and only a few more big pieces, which scares me. You're gonna have a lot more to deal with. In the sense of tiny decorations, but I mean, He's cute. They go into the holes. Like so. And these go like so. Not seen pieces like this before. I would show it to you, but you can just see it on screen better than I could show you it.
one of these jaw dropping moments. You gotta conserve your resources when you're in the frontier. You don't get to see this.
Let me stick these in. Let me stick them here.
Observables on Earth. So when we go into a frontier, our normal Earthbound intuition no longer applies. This rule
Make a stack of these.
somewhere in the stratosphere or wherever you find your frontier under the stage of an electron microscope.
Then we make horns. Uh-huh.
Your normal everyday life intuition no longer applies. And that's why frontiers are rich in discovery, because things aren't the normal, the usual.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Now we make little flogs. But that's why we got so many tiny pieces here. Hey! How'd the match go? Hope it went well. Hope you kicked a butt. Kicked the buttocks of all the peoples. We won? Nice. Okay, so then we need both of the ones from 9. Or yes, we need one of the ones from 9, I should say. Come on, peel off. A little off, whatever. It's not like it's the end of the world. Yep. That'd be funnier if I was you. Oh, you can't do that to me. In the best, of course. Buzz carried. Again, 3 aces. Look. Okay, are you actually like. Is this an actual occurrence or are you just messing with me? I swear if he did that with the Negev as well, I am going to have words with that boy. Well, she's like, wow, good job. You're all like. I top fragged. Yeah. Yee. 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 Don't ask me what that noise was, because I don't even know. By 6 or 7 points over, so that's nice, that's the truth. I did good for my first time with these boys. Yeah, I mean, they definitely ain't bad, but I'm part of them. That one's a little bit more cockeyed than I would have liked, but you'll deal with what you've got. And I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly. And that's... Let me just stick it on. Yeah. How exactly does that? I'll eyeball it. Now how hefty is it? Oh my god. I did bought that. No idea about it. This is so heavy now. This is probably a good pound or so. Ah, it looks so cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, what did I just break? I broke that. That is what I broke. Come on, go back in. There we go. Oh, that's definitely popping out back there. Come on. Cooperate with me, Legos. Cooperate with me, you inanimate object. Do it! Do what I say! That's definitely not what I said to do. Why are you having a difficulty with that. Thing doesn't like me, apparently. There's that. But I need it to... Why am I lighting so much? It's supposed to just rest on it, I take it? No, that wasn't good. I'm just breaking everything now. And how long fixing it now, it's like, ah, too bad. Too bad for you. Yeah, man. He paid about 7 cents per block, by the way. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay. Yes. Oh, I think I stuck this one on too far. Wait, no? No? No, I didn't. Thing does not like me, apparently. I am doing all the things that you should not be doing. What do I do with channel points? I currently don't have any of that set up. Because that's a newer thing that Twitch brought into play, so... Oh, maybe it's supposed to be... I have a heart attack, slash hernia, slash whatever the heck it is. I have just about had it with these blocks not liking me. Okay, have I successfully not broken it this time? Okay, nothing's broken. This still works. Okay, good. Ugh. I'll come up with something eventually. Okay, on to the next bag. Getting close to ending. So hopefully it shouldn't take too much longer. Hopefully. We'll see. Still got a few stickers to go. Now we're working on, now we're working on the front. Okay. We've got 2 bags. Our bigger, smaller pieces. Get out of that. Go. Leave. I don't know why, but this is like making me chill out and I like it. I mean, that was kind of the point of why I did this. I'm like, it's just something fun to do. Something that I enjoy doing that people can also hopefully enjoy watching me do. Plus the music helps. It helps a lot. It's over here, not over there. Okay. We need a super long piece, and then I'm gonna flatten everything out. And then here it's just fair game to do whatever. Okay. Like, what just happened? Like so. Yep, and these go like so. Now we're building like the front entrance slash courtyard slash. You should play Pavlov later. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long this takes me. I do want to make sure I get some sleep before my shift tomorrow. Okay, we're getting my big fan pieces. I'm making this in the center. Then my elves. Because I'm having to build this backwards, and sometimes my brain's just like, wait, that is anything? Well, I don't have to build it backwards. I'm choosing to build it backwards so that I would use my time. Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow definitely we can probably do stuff because I'm gonna be really open in the evenings. Well, in the evening, I should say, not evenings. I'm normally not open in the evenings, but I am this time. There's my other fan. Where is peace? It's like this, but not exactly this. My brain is either this thing is completely obvious to you guys and I'm blind, or I'm going insane. I guess I'll attach this one. I'm so terribly confused at the moment. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm just taking all the gray pieces and sticking them over here, because maybe by doing that I'll find it. I have to go to robotics tomorrow until 12, but then I'm open the rest of the weekend. Before I have no friend. Oh, you got me as a friend. Okay, am I just blind, or do I like not even have them? That'd be why. Because I somehow stuck to the other one. No, because I probably picked it out of here and then. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, that was bad. And so. Wait, stream Beat Saber. Also, I don't know. Also, I have no clue. Well, yeah. I mean, half the time I don't even know what I'm doing with my day. It's just kind of a. You wake up. You see, you have a few things maybe that you know you're doing, and apart from that, you just see where the day leads you. And these step down like so. Cooperate with me. I know, kinda hot though, not gonna lie. Is that because your room's hot, or are you just calling out how fabulous you really are? No, you are. Oh, you shouldn't. Okay, so then I need 5. Ah, no! You crinkled it. No, stop it! Go flat. There we go. So 5 goes over here. And 6 goes on the other side. No homo, of course. But like, damn. Okay, where I figure I'll end up finally getting a lady for my own is I'm just gonna look at her. She's gonna be like, "Man, you tall. You want to marry me?" Like, I want a man like you, tall, dark, and handsome. Wait, did I put these on back? Hold up. Ah. I put them on backwards. I didn't realize I needed to flip it around. I was like, oh yeah, that's what it looks like right now, so that's what it's supposed to be. It's like, yeah, it is. Like, that's what's it is exactly what is going to happen. There's going to be no difference. Also, studs go forward, studs are back. But I am a stud, so I choose what I do of my own accord. Like this. This one I'm actually gonna do like, I'm gonna properly look at it so I don't do myself over there. A little bit too much force there, maybe. Just a wee bit. The table's just like, I'm out! I refuse. Okay. Now we put that on the side. Grab some size. We're grabbing number 3. Yeah, man. We're sticking that there. We've only got 2 more stickers left, so I'm happy about that. And one of these. And this. Alright, man, I gotta go to bed. It's 1 a.m. Yeah. It's late, but I figure I may as well just finish this. Have a good night, though. Thanks for showing up, Ash. Appreciate it. Good luck, man. Good night. Thanks. Okay, and then we need another one of these. Now we make a mossy boy. here. And this goes just in front of it. Now we get one of our big fans. Goes like that. And this goes here. Wait. I want the other side of this. I'm confused. So I need to leave. Okay, so yeah, I just like that. So it's just. It's not showing that it's over the. Oh. This does go directly in front, because otherwise it wouldn't be. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm just a silly dumb. Does not compute. Putting. Yeah. Anyways. This side. This. This. I'm putting in. Oh, nope, this is supposed to go back a little. Silly me. Put our gold piece there. I'll put one of these like so. I love how chill this music is. I mean, I literally put on a chill playlist, but like, oh, damn if it isn't good. And a couple of these boys. And then... I realize this is really hard for you to see. I mean, the finished result is more what we're going for here. I'm trying to show the process, but it's a wee bit difficult. Particularly when you've got not the best equipment for it. I mean, I could theoretically... I mean, really it's not even the equipment, it's the space. I just have so little room. I can't, like, stick a webcam directly under and then show you exactly what I'm doing. It's more difficult than that. We get to make a tassel. We make the tassel and then we go whee. And yes, I just want you to hear us. Good. Good. It's good. Wait. I positioned this wrong. Of course I did. Of course I did. Wait, did I? Yes. Yes, I did. There we go. Wait. Nope. I need to just actually look at it the proper direction, and then maybe I can finally figure it out. There we go. I'm gonna do it. Whoop, smacking the microphone, not a good idea. Need that. That. This. Yeah, man. And this. And then these just cover up here. Then you go here. And these go here. And one boy. Like that. And like this. Like. Which one is it on? Touching things. And like. Right. Yes. That's bag number one. I don't know why I should have bag number one under me, but you know. Apparently I decided that was a good idea. Like that. And I'm taking it. This is supposed to be a tree branch. Probably. Oh yeah, because I assume that I'm gonna stick the... Oh no, I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Okay. Then this attaches... Flip. This. This. This doesn't... Nope. It's backward. Wait, no. Because steps and then... Yeah. And it's like that. Okay. Then... I'm using one of these instead of... Wait. Something's wrong here, because that doesn't... That's... way too far. What? I messed something up. They're supposed to be touch. What the heck did I do? What do you speak up? We have not been informed that I stuck these on backwards. That would make sense. Okay. Thank you for that. What the heck is wrong? I'm like, oh, it's because I'm dumb. That's it. Now we can sing that on and it actually works. Now we're doing the other side. We've only got one more sticker left after this one's applied. It's an exclamation mark. Okay. Also, this one, to speed up the process, I'm just gonna kind of build towards me. Because it is now 1:30. And bed sounds fantastic. This. No. Oh my. How clever. You see the plant? No, I'm hidden. I have hidden the plant. The plant is no longer in view of me. But now it will be, because I'm working on the other end. Love how I decided to, on the long one, take the longest time, and on the short one, take the shortest time. Real convenient there, me. Come on. Also, at this point, I might just kind of try to speed through the rest of this. Not because I'm not wanting to share more, because it is 1:30 in the morning and I need sleep. Those were just like that. Do that. Yep. That definitely was visible from that distance. Ugh. I mean, hey, if nothing else, this will be a pretty cool time lapse. Judging on how long this recording is gonna be, I might just do the time lapse, because holy cannoli, it'll be a long video. I don't know, maybe I'll make a best of moments in it. Just like, hey, remember when I said this, or did this, or yeah. I build another tassel. Oh, tassel. I love my tassels. And just that satisfying. I love my tassels. I love my tassels. Anyways. was that? Ooh, that's... This is a sexy saxophone. Now we attach. Once we orientate it properly, we're gonna be good. Also, apart from exactness, saw nothing. Nothing. Probably also did see nothing. This is the space that we got. Probably a little bit. Actually, I think that's the space that we're gonna have. I don't know exactly. We shall see. Go here. Okay. Now all this is just extra bits. I definitely messed up on these. Luckily, I can see where they go. I routed these like I was supposed to. These. Can't really see them, but you know, the idea is there. Okay. This one looks like it's going to be pretty quick. And our last one is just a bit. You know what, I'm not sticking all the trash in there anymore because that just really blow out the capacity for the trash can. I mean, the trash can's already completely full, but you know, whatever. Stop running away from me. Speed time. Next we're adding. Next we're flattening everything out so I can find my pieces. And both of these go like this. I really wish that I had the camera behind me now. I realize that probably would have made no sense. And I mean, you kind of get the idea from what it's building. And you want to focus on me, camera? Thank you. You can kind of get from the image, and then obviously I'll show the final result to camera. But going step by step is taking a wee bit too long at this point. I mean, realistically, if I was building this by myself, I'd probably have had it done like an hour or two ago. Not to say that I haven't enjoyed doing this, it's just a lot more lengthy than I was expecting. Excuse me. Let me actually want to change where the camera's looking, kind of get it more up in this area. Kind of where I'm working. Make it a little easier on me. And also you, because then you can actually, you know, like, kind of see what I'm doing. Even if only a little. I'm so sorry that my commentary at this point is a toiser. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. How you doing? Thank you for the, I assume that's a big ol' hug. I'm assuming it is, may not be. I'm going for best case scenario here. Ooh, spears. Now I get to see the inside, and so do you, kind of. I'm kind of just imagining you're here, not up there, over here. Nope. Tiny little staffs. Let's get connected here. You want to connect for me? That'd be great. Then we have houses. Where exactly? Yes. No, but let me look at. I think exactly as anyway, that's what I'm doing wrong there. I had it orientated. That would explain why it wasn't working. The 4-inch one. Stop running away from me. Stop running away from your problems. You can't do it, Anakin. No. Yes. Yes. Another super spinny. Turn it around. And then on the top, I'm shoving these in. Bottom, I'm shoving these ones in. I think that always makes me feel like I'm going way too far. Okay, there's that. And then, that's good staff. Now this thing spins. Now this thing. Okay. Nice, we might then do the opposite. I mean, I should probably go through to make certain, but the obvious. No reason why something that looks symmetrical would all of a sudden be like, nope, no symmetry for you. Last big pieces. Very, very good. Oh, did I mess something up? No. Come on, go in. On to the next bag. Oh, a lot of weapons here. I don't know if that's just because they just stick all sorts of weapons in that and hope for the best, or what. Oh, last bag. Finally, we shall finish this and I can go to bed. 7 years into bed. That was weird. Looked like all of a sudden the secondary camera was going no red, so I'm like, what the heck? It's like, oh, no, it's just probably extreme motion blur. That is an apple. 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 Now I can finally close this thing. Okay. Badu. Badu. This the one. Yes. Badu. The heck is this weird piece? Probably. Like a tooth or something. And that goes here. And that goes all the way up. And it's going to be the same process, just reverse. Oh no, I didn't follow the exact steps, step by step. I am the dead soon. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Okay. Long boy. I'm doing this twice. Wait. Two of these. And then. Boop. Boop. There. Booper sneaker. And boop once more. And the boop the last time. And I put teeth on the other side. Find them teeth because that's what they look like. Show me if you think otherwise. Watchly would just be like, well actually we can sue you because you're incorrectly stating our brand. Then I just make that again. It's weird that they're not having me alternate it though, so I wonder what exactly the plan is. Okay. I know two of the same things. So that might. That's happening. Both of those are good.
They talk about another kind of world. Another kind of world.
What are you afraid of?
And then I'm probably gonna just do this. There's a door. I just lift it upwards. Okay, so this goes on there. That. Not bad, not bad at all. And then basically we just this. So now that I know what exactly it is, so that in the orientation that it's going to end up being.
They talk about another kind of world. Another kind of world.
What are you afraid of?
I'm lost in old ways.
I'm not afraid.
Just listen.
Oh, wrong side. Really the one thing that you're doing differently, and it's like, nope, too bad for you. Let me put that on me. And ta-da, we now have a working door. You just go like, ah. And we go like, ah. You kind of have to close them together, otherwise it doesn't quite work though. But that's perfectly fine. It's like a marketplace. I assume that's what this is. Let's not forget to put on. Oh, also being in this position for way too long is starting to have a toll on me. By that I mean my shoulders are starting to hurt slightly. And I thought I'd complain on stream because no one will ever say anything about that. So here's oh, it's an ambush sign. That's a chicken. This is a chicken. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna question. Okay, here comes the most difficult sticker. So it's the smallest. It's a little cockeyed, but yeah, whatever. I assume I put a cog of some nature in here, but well, not a cog. It's a thing. Yep, we'll go with that. There we go. And then ha. It's probably more like this would make sense. Just ha. There we go, like this. Yep. A banana. It's a banana, people. A banana gun. And then, yeah, an ambush. I think it's attached right in here. Yeah. Try to show the camera. Just, yeah. So, we'll just kind of leave that like that because that's probably the orientation. We're going to need a lot of stuff. By a lot of stuff, I mean that's the irritation stuff's gonna go. That's a spinny boy. That's what I'm looking for. One of those. This spins. Oh my, we actually put the weapons in. These things have uses. Oh my. These weren't just cosmetic. I mean, they are technically just cosmetic, but they weren't literally just in here for the sake of putting them in here. They have a purpose in the build. For the tank it. Come on. Click. There we go. See, now he's actually imposing. Let's just... There we go. Yeah, yeah. Now we turn it around. We need this way. Different colors of these is there? I hope not, because if there is, screw that. And we have a cherry blossom tree. This. Yep. Yep. Right. Which up to. It goes in our little tree. This is a tree. I was right. It's just a green tree, a pink tree. And then it doesn't connect, but it goes super compact. That's cool. So that's what the chicken's for. The chicken is part of an ambush. Now I'm scared. Hope this works well. Can't tell if that was a bad launch or that's just how it launches. Nope, it just kind of hits the roof and then... That's real fun though. Especially since it's like, hey, you want a chicken in your face? Yeah, like, yeah, literally just goes for it. Okay, now we're doing this process twice to make whatever the heck these are. Don't exactly know. What is this? It goes in a tire. Oh, I see. Like a mini Spinjitzu thing. And then it's like, yeah, take on, put on Bane. Then it's just, you have to go around and around Like you can't go straight. I guess you can. You just have to go at an angle. Yeah. I just make two of these. The question is, how long did they take designing this? Because definitely aren't pieces that you'll find in hardly any other set. There we go, now we got two of these. So now we'll stick on this boy, because why not? Yep. Don't break his hat, or him. And he's like, yeah, and then they're like, yeah, fight, 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 fight. And then here's all the stuff that you can do. Then featured in season 1. Look at all the pieces. Cool. So let me go ahead then and weigh some of these pieces. And after like 4 hours, they're finally done. Now have a dojo. Let me go ahead. Yep, so we've got obviously our main attraction, which a couple things. It's got. I'm gonna take the chicken out when I do this. But it's Blingy Boy catapult. It's got trap door under the stairs. That's got a little sword. Come on. Good. Rotate properly. There we go. Also got there's way over here where they go up top sword. And then we have our gate, which is the dojo inside, which dojo consists of this thing. And just like, I'm scary boy, yeah. And this boy, which is actually so intimidating. Just attack them. Well, there we go. Then of course we got little spinny boys. And for, you know, $85, it definitely showed that in the time it took to build. Oh, let's not break it immediately. But I am definitely impressed. He's white. No, I'm still just breaking things. I mean, that's what I'm great at doing. I can just not go like that. It should be going like that. This is, I don't know. That annoys me. Could be more, but I think the banana's going it over. Give me a sec, guys. I'm setting up something real cool. Real cool. Not intended to do. I don't know. Box it right there. So I'd love to show what it looks like. I mean, you can kind of see it. Yeah, looks very cool. I have no idea how much of this I'll actually play with, but I mean, I spent the money on it, I may as well use it. But yeah, this has been fun. But with that, I must bid you all adieu and good night. If you enjoyed the stream, you can go ahead and drop a follow to get notified when I go live next. Which hopefully will be more and more as we move into 2020. Because I hope to be able to do something special, you'll see. But you can also follow me at TallBoy Jacob on Twitter, which you can find down below in the panels. But that is going to do it for me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whatever the case may be for you, and farewell. Good night. Auf Wiedersehen.